So a wonderful good morning to all of you, and welcome to this last of our 33 online guided meditation sessions. And this is a moving moment for me, I must admit and say that it was a very interesting time, and we all went through this 2 months of Corona time that created a lot of turmoil, a lot of anxiety, a lot of confusion, and that to a big part put the life that we knew upside down. And this was an unprecedented period where all the governments all over the world, all the nations all over the world had to take drastic measures in order to protect their people, in order to support their economies, and in order to pass through this time. And now that we are seeing a kind of an end of it, we realize that life will not be what it used to be before. We see lots of changes. We see also a change in behavior of everyone. And we understand that we have entered a period and a time where most likely the nature of things will change, and how it will go and where it will go to, it remains to be seen. But perhaps it was just the beginning of a bigger cycle that will surprise all of us and will maybe mark the passing of an old time and the beginning of a new time, the passing of an old century and the beginning of a new century, perhaps the passing of an old age and the beginning of a new age. Let us see what's going to happen. But anyway, with these beautiful meditation sessions, we had the opportunity to create beautiful moments of depth and of introspection. And while the world was in turmoil, we could access another dimension of existence within us. We could access another state of being within us, and we could perhaps realize that this state of existence and this state of awareness and this state of mind beyond the mind is perhaps a way out of all this turmoil, a way out of all this confusion. Perhaps this is a new way of life. Perhaps this is a new understanding of existence that is not only reserved for the saints and the rishis of the old time, but is now manifesting in a big way in all the societies and in all the countries, with the spreading of Sahaja Yoga and with the rising of awareness of the limitations of the human nature, and that perhaps there's a new seeking, a new consciousness and a new readiness to explore higher areas and realms of consciousness and of awareness and of existence, in order to be able and in order to be equipped for a new time and for new challenges of a global world and a collective humanity. And perhaps there's a new desire and a new seeking for a living spirituality, a living experience of spirituality, and a living experience of religion. So let us see where the journey of humanity will go, and let us see what role Sahaja Yoga can perhaps play in that process. So before we start today's meditation, I would like to offer my pranams and my gratitudes to the teacher and the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Her Holiness Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, and I am fully aware, and I would like to make you aware, that whatever we have done in the last 2 months, whatever we have tried to bring across, and whatever we perhaps have learned, whatever experience we had, whatever moments of meditation we went through, all this is because of her. All this is the making and the doing of Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, who, when she was born, already knew as a little child that her mission was to give en masse realization. And she never had a teacher, she never had a guru, she never learned any of her spiritual knowledge from anyone, but she was born with it, and she developed it by herself. And with the opening of the primordial Sahasrara chakra, she found a way to bring Sahaja Yoga across and to give Kundalini awakening and self-realization to hundreds of thousands of people, and thus establish this Sahaja Yoga, which is a revolution in spirituality, which is a revolution in the evolution of the human mind. And as I said before, what was reserved to a very few in the centuries before, what was passed on from one guru to another disciple, what was kept a secret, what was preserved and protected from the normal human life, all that has now been brought by Shrimataji to the open. Everything is now available to all those who have the desire to lead a spiritual life and to experience the actualization of religion, the actualization of spirituality in their own being. And the awakening of Kundalini, the whole description of this inner subtle body, all the knowledge about chakras, all the knowledge about the ways of the Kundalini, all the knowledge about the state of self, all the knowledge about the all-pervading dimension of God, the breath of the Holy Ghost, or the Param Chaitanya that we feel on our hands. All this has been brought by Shrimataji. And I am sure that one day man or humanity will wake up to this magnificent gift and discovery and achievement of Shrimataji Nirmala Devi, and will give her the attention, the respect and the honor that she deserves as being the most important and the most delivering divine incarnation in all the history of humanity. And while every incarnation that we had discussed, may it be Lord Krishna, may it be Sri Ram, may it be Lord Jesus Christ, may it be all the incarnations of the primordial masters, all of them reflect and represent an aspect, a part of the whole. There's only one entity, there's only one principle that is the whole, that represents the whole, and that is the principle of Adi Shakti, the primordial mother, the primordial desire of God, the creative matrix, the one who is the origin of everything, the one whose desire is the origin of creation, and the one who has given birth to all the deities, to all the principles, to all the energies, to everything that has materialized. that all comes from that divine principle of Adi Shakti, which means the primordial energy, the primordial power of God. And Shri Mataji is representing this principle. She has embodied this principle, and that's why in this spiritual roadmap, she is the one who reflects the whole, and she is in essence the whole. She is in essence the Muladhara Chakra or Sri Ganesha. She is in essence every part and aspect of that inner subtle system, and she has embodied it in her magnificent, all-enveloping knowledge, in the power of delivering the full exposure of this subtle body in thousands of lectures where she has explained every tiny little quality, principle and aspect of this inner subtle system. She has been the embodiment of the power of Kundalini, and through her presence, through her spiritual potency, she was able to give en masse realization at occasions where 50, 60,000 people were together, and all of them experienced Kundalini awakening at the same time. So she is also the one who has introduced the energy or the principle of the Holy Ghost as this energy that we all feel on our hands and above our head when we meditate. She has introduced this ocean of Param Chaitanya, the supreme consciousness of the divine, as a living energy, as an energy that we can absorb, as an energy that we can direct, as an energy that we can use to navigate in our meditations and also in our life. So she has given the whole package. She has given the knowledge, she has given the awakening, and she has given the experience. She has been giving us the state, the various states of self, being that she is the complete embodiment of mastery over this subtle divine being in every human being. So that's why today I needed to start this session with giving my gratitude and my profound thanks and my pranams to Shri Mataji, who has taught everything to me, whatever I said, and I feel very privileged and very fortunate that I'm allowed to practice Sahaja Yoga, that I had occasions to be with her and to meet her and to experience her overwhelming divine personality. And I cannot thank my fate or my destiny enough for the life that I had and for the moments I had with Shri Mataji. So I just want all of you to know that whatever we have done, whatever I have said, whatever meditations we have experienced, all the vibrations we have felt, all the insights we have maybe gotten from these sessions, everything originates from Shri Mataji. She is the source of everything, and without her I know nothing, I am nothing, and I would not have any knowledge of spirituality except what you can read in books or what you can learn perhaps in some kind of a yoga studio down the road. So having said that, let us start our meditation. And in this last meditation which we are doing together, I would like all of us to look at what it means to be a Sahaja Yogi, and what characteristica, what temperament, what lifestyle, what qualities, what aspects. Let us look at what it means to be a Sahaja Yogi and what kind of personality Shri Mataji wanted to create in order to lift humanity and to bring humanity to a new level of understanding of its own nature and to a new level of consciousness and a state of being. So let us start our meditation with, as usual, with slowly rising our Kundalini. All right. So let the meditation come. See, Sahaja Yoga is a living process. Everything in Sahaja Yoga is based on that principle. Everything comes natural. Everything is organic. The movement of Kundalini, the establishment of thoughtless awareness, the subtle transformation from our dual relative personality into the absolute dimension of our being. All this transgression, all these dynamics, they just come in a natural way. We just have to allow it to happen. Step aside, don't interfere, don't push, don't expect. Just watch. This machinery, this inner engine works by its own principles. It has its own intelligence. It knows exactly what to do. And all we have to do is allow it to work, take the seat of the witness or the observer. We can go at the crown or top of our head where the yoga happens. We can take our place and seat in the 1000 petaled lotus of the Sahasrara chakra. And then enjoy the manifestation of silence, the manifestation of thoughtless awareness. So the highest ideal for all the Sahaja Yogis is Sri Ganesha. Because all the Sahaja Yogis are made in the same way. They are born from the mother without the interference of a father. Our second spiritual birth resembles the making of Sri Ganesha by his mother, the Adi Shakti, who is also the one who has given us this second life, this baptism into which we are born again with an awareness of our higher being beyond what we used to identify with, which is body and mind. So Sri Ganesha is always in connection with his mother. He is completely dedicated, focused, connected. And that attitude and that connection gives him complete understanding of her nature. It gives him a complete understanding of the state of yoga. It gives him complete understanding of how to behave. It gives him an understanding of the decency, the dignity, the delicacy. He's always in a highly elevated state. He's always charged with this power of love, devotion, and he's always filled with that grace. He's always in a state of alertness. He would never be frivolous. He would never be cheap. He would never be fearful, because he is completely in that oneness with Adi Shakti. He would never be agitated. His temperament is always balanced. And he is completely fulfilled and satisfied and content. In that state of connection and in that state of oneness with his own nature and with his divine parents. So this is the first principle of a Sahaja Yogi. He should be like Sri Ganesha in his relationship with Adi Shakti. So the Sahaja Yogi is a person whose Kundalini has been awakened. That is something that is very rare, very precious, and very privileged. The awakening of Kundalini has given him or her the experience of the Holy Ghost, the experience of the all-pervading Param Chaitanya, the Pranava, the love and grace of God. And he is living his daily life in that experience. It has also given him a realization, an understanding, a recognition that he is existing beyond the body and beyond the mind. He has discovered a state of being that does not depend on either of these two. And he has learned to witness his body instead of identifying with it. And he has also learned to witness and observe his ego, his mind, his conditionings, without identifying with them. And he has learned to watch himself from a higher position, from a higher state of existence, which we can call the self. He has also learned to perceive, to become aware of all his energy centers. He has become fully conscious of the condition of his subtle soul body. He has learned to cleanse his chakras. He has learned to heal physical, mental, emotional diseases that originate from defects in his chakras or unbalances in his subtle body. And he's able to correct them with the help of his Kundalini, with the help of the Param Chaitanya, the energy of the vibrations, and also with his knowledge and understanding about the nature of the elements, how to use the elements in order to cleanse and strengthen his subtle system. He's also able to do this with anyone else. The Sahaja Yogi is able to raise the Kundalini of other people. The Sahaja Yogi is able to feel the chakras and the subtle system of other people, and he's able to purify them, to bring them into balance, and eventually to cure them. He's also able to bring people into the state of self, into the state of thoughtless awareness, nirvichara and nirvikalpa samadhi. The Sahaja Yogi is also a person that operates beyond the mind. He is aware of the limitations of the mind. He is aware of the trap of his ego. And he has learned to operate from a state of yoga, from a state of connection with the Tao or the all-pervading reality. And his behavior and his way of operating is natural, organic, not ego-driven, not agenda-driven. It is not preferably driven by his conditionings, by his behavior patterns, but it should ideally originate from that state of yoga. To do the right thing at the right time, at the right place. That is how a Sahaja Yogi should operate. A Sahaja Yogi has faith in the divine intelligence, and a Sahaja Yogi has full confidence in his value system, which is a system based on principles, values and virtues. He has full faith in his own innocence. He loves to be generous. The understanding of Sri Ganesha gives him discretion, diplomacy, sweetness, and eloquence. It allows him to be a forgiving person. He stays away from anger and hatred and negative emotions. He will not engage in any arguments or fights, but he will remain the detached witness, and he will use his spiritual powers and his spiritual dimension to navigate through life and also to navigate through problems. A Sahaja Yogi is also, like Sri Ganesha, a loving personality, a joyful personality. He is fulfilled and content in his yoga. A Sahaja Yogi stays away from criticism or judging people, but he has faith in the spirit and in the Kundalini of the other, that one day he may rise, one day he may understand that we all are on a spiritual journey, that we all are on the same path of development and evolution, and that we are all made by the same principle, and that we all carry the same divinity. A Sahaja Yogi prefers to be in thoughtless awareness. He is a peaceful personality. He will never push or apply pressure, or he will never bend a situation with his ego or with his agenda, but he will allow the nature of things to flow and to develop, because he has faith and he trusts and he can surrender to the flow of reality. A Sahaja Yogi should be detached, should not get involved, entangled or caught up, but he should be observing he should be free, and in this freedom spread his love and compassion equally. Without getting lost and confused in relationships or situations. A Sahaja Yogi preferably should abide by his vibratory awareness, and slowly in his growing process, in his evolution, this awareness will manifest stronger and stronger, and he will become that collectively conscious personality that has discovered a new way of understanding the nature of things and of navigating through life based on that new understanding and new awareness. And that is the becoming of the self, a person who has fully manifested this being the self will be a master of this vibratory awareness and will live and act and operate in tune with this Param Chaitanya. A Sahaja Yogi is very happy to share whatever he has. A Sahaja Yogi is happy to share his experience of Kundalini awakening. He's happy to share his understanding and knowledge of Sahaja Yoga. And he's happy to share that beautiful state of meditation and thoughtless silence. A Sahaja Yogi is also someone who does not escape his obligations and dharmas, being a mother or a father, or he does not escape his social responsibilities or his professional responsibilities, but he will perform all these duties, he will perform all these dharmas in that state of knowledge, in that state of awareness, fully aware of his possibility to, at any point of time, go into meditation, go into yoga, pull out of a situation and watch it from a higher point of perspective. And thus, gradually becoming a master of his life. A Sahaja Yogi should be a role model of spirituality. He should be somebody that, seen by others, is causing or awakening interest and sympathy and respect. He should always be aware of his own privilege, of what he has, and he should develop the personality of a saint or of a saintly personality, and being proud of that. People should realize that he is different, that there is a glow in him, that there is a joy in him, or that there is a depth in him, and that he's different. So the most important, and this is the conclusion of what I'm trying to say, the most important aspect of teaching Sahaja Yoga, of spreading Sahaja Yoga, of communicating Sahaja Yoga, is our own personality. It is who we are, it is who we have become, that will allow us to teach and to share Sahaja Yoga with other people, because they realize that there is something which they also would like to have. There is something that they also would like to manifest and establish in their own lives, which is this living connection, this actualization of spirituality, which can never be faked, which can never be artificial. It is either there or it is not there. The personality of a Sahaja Yogi is either there or it is not there. It cannot be pretended. It must be developed in an authentic, genuine process of growth and understanding of Sahaja Yoga. So Shrimataji's vision and mission was to create living, representatives of this divine happening of Sahaja Yoga, this divine happening of Kundalini awakening, this divine happening of self-realization. She wanted Sahaja Yogis to be like the representatives of this new awakening, this new actualization of the experience of religion. That is beyond theory, beyond argument, beyond debate, but it's based on an experience of self-realization. beacons of light, messengers of this divine revolution, masters who can heal, who can pass on Sahaja Yoga, who can awaken Kundalinis, who can give self-realizations, who represent Sahaja Yoga and Shri Mataji in their personalities, in their lives, in their language, in their behavior, in their heart, in their own existence. That will be the only way how to manifest Sahaja Yoga and how to spread it. And once we have these kind of personalities with these calibers, then Sahaja Yoga will be fully established and the spreading of Sahaja Yoga will follow automatically. Alright, so this is the end of today's meditation session, and this is the end of our 33 meetings, and I would really like to thank all of you for your kindness, for your patience, for your interest, for making this journey together, and let us see what will happen in future. Maybe there will be other opportunities to embark on similar projects in the future. I have started to like it. I have started to feel kind of safe and confident with this medium and with this way of sharing knowledge and meditation. So let us see what will happen in future. I also would like to take this opportunity to express my thanks to the Indian Embassy for that beautiful occasion. I hope they are also happy with what has happened and with what has been delivered. And let us see how we can perhaps continue this relationship with the Indian Embassy, not only in Germany, but with all the Indian embassies everywhere in the world. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart, and allow me to say, may God bless you all, and please stay healthy and safe. And this time I like to add to my namaste and farewell also a very hearty Jai Shri Mataji, victory to Shri Mataji, and gratitude to Shri Mataji, and pranams and love to Shri Mataji for all her beautiful work, for this beautiful life she has allowed us to share with her, and this beautiful heritage and gift to humanity. And may we all become worthy of her, may we all become worthy of Sahaja Yoga, and may our life be an expression of giving honor to both. Thank you very much, Jai Shri Mataji, and hope to see you soon again, either virtually or personally. Thank you.